There we go. Let me see. Is that better? I moved my mic audio over because I was recording videos that needed multiple different audio channels and forgot that when I live stream it only plays the audio from channel 1. Also, there was nobody ended up mentioning it to me at this point in the race. There we go. That should be better, hopefully. Alright, and let's see. We got Michael McDowell moving his way up through the field here. He's up into 4th place. But yeah, we've just been gridlocked all day today. Like, I mean, occasionally someone will be able to pop out of line and make up a spot or two. But we really have just kind of, like in particular, this front 4 to 6 has just been complete gridlock from the restart and probably will be for a little while here. Again, maybe you shuffle one driver out of line to try and make it, or maybe the bottom line starts to dissipate just a little bit. And now one driver breaks out away. And now Ty Gibbs has the ability to block both lines, and he can work this one. Yep, so yeah, I was recording a video. I was recording the Saturday night tournament last night, which I need multiple audio channels for. And I had my mic moved over to audio channel 3, but when I live stream, for whatever reason, it only picks up audio channel 1. So, yep. I just completely forgot about that, and yep, so here we go. That explains why the chat might have been a little bit dry there. I apologize for that, but here we go. So yeah, I mean, I can't believe Kyle Larson wrecked out of this race early. And here we go. John Hunter Nemechek getting forced right up towards the fence. Or is that Eric Jones? Might be Eric Jones. Hard to... Oh, wait, no. John Hunter Nemechek's out the race. That's definitely, yep, Jones. Completely forgot, but yeah, John Hunter Nemechek crashed out a couple laps ago, so... Yep, there we go. And yeah, Mike McDowell up in the top 5 is good. I want to see him steal a win here. If he could steal a win at a intermediate, I mean, I think that would be even more that would be more justifiable towards a potential a potential winning situation there, but all right, let's see. And they're going to be going to a commercial break. So there we go. Well, I guess now that I actually have someone in chat, 23XI, how does the points as they run look over on the side of the on the side here? Does that work? Does it need to be bigger, smaller? Maybe include less drivers to be able to be bigger? Actually, you know what? I know one thing I can do to try and make it bigger. I'm going to go ahead and just enlarge the size just a bit here. And I'm going to go ahead and copy it. And there we go. Now we got that a lot better. Now we kind of know roughly, and I can make that a little bit smaller. Hopefully make this match right up. I'll try and eyeball it. Wow, I actually eyeballed that. Wow. Slightly impressed there. Because, yeah, we don't need to necessarily see the point totals. The point totals don't matter as much as the gaps. So... I still kind of wish that they would show the actual interval between it, but at least we have the cut line, and we got the 4 drivers currently on the outside looking in, which is Chase Briscoe there. So, yep. Ty Gibbs doing pretty good here. He's out in front leading the race. But yeah, MTJ and Daniel Suarez battling for points here. Kyle Busch up into the top 5. There we go. If Kyle Busch could win, that'd be fun. again, they're at a... I don't know what's wrong with Fubo TV, but they've decided that they can do full screen commercial breaks, even though NBC announced that they weren't going to be doing any full screen commercials. So that's a little annoying. But here we go. 64 laps to go. Still a decent way away from the end of the race. And let's see. What's it going to be? The top line's kind of dissipated here. We got Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell as two of those top three on the outside line. But it has just vaporized here in terms of the outside line. Chastain's nowhere near. Oh, here we go. Now we got some movement up to the top. And all the way to the bottom goes... all the way to the bottom goes Cindric in the back of the pack here. Trying to make something happen. Bubba Wallace trying to keep an eye on the guys behind him. Yeah, William Byron was the driver that made the move to get in behind Chastain here to try and push. So now that lines up 3 Chevys behind the 2 Toyotas leading. Alright, let's see. 62 laps to go. Let's see where we're at. But yeah, Gibbs is doing really good today. Alright, so there we go. Let's see. Again, right now we got ourselves... Bubba Wallace is out in front of the field. If he wins this race, how much of a kick in the butt would it be for him not to be in the playoffs, yet win a race in the playoffs again? That'd be the 3rd time he would have done it as a driver for 23XI, to win a race after the playoffs have started, but not actually being a part of the playoffs himself. Yeah, that would be a fun stat to see. Ooh, someone scraped the fence there. Okay, who was that? Say, uh-oh, that's a red Ford. It's not Michael McDowell, right? Okay, good. It's not Michael McDowell. He's still 6th. Alright, so come on. Let's see if we can, Alright, so here we go. Car re-entering the field. I believe that was John Hunter Nemechek re-entering the field of drivers here. And again, I'm just curious to see what ends up happening here for any kind of battle for the lead. Like, who can actually truly fight to try and go for the lead even? Yeah, if Gibbs wins, it'll make my dad happy too. And oh, we got a caution flag. Yellow, 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 yellow's out, and we're gonna get a chance to see what the caution's for. Please don't let it be Ty Gibbs. Don't let it be Ty Gibbs. Don't let it be Ty Gibbs. Don't let it be Kyle Busch. Come on. We got a yellow out. What's the yellow gonna be for? Kyle Busch to the bottom of Kyle Busch to the bottom here. He's taking 2nd spot. We know there's a caution coming. We just don't know what it's for here. Coming down the back straightaway. Kyle Busch going to try and see if he can find a spot to make the move on Bubba here. I don't know. Right now, Kyle Busch is doing pretty good here, but we don't know. Again, I just don't know what the caution is going to be. Completed that lap, no problem. Let's see, what's it gonna be? Oh, there it is! The Ford of Ryan Blaney gets into the fence. Blaney swings out into the fence and collects MTJ. No! Ryan Blaney gets into the fence and tags MTJ. Looks like Chris Buescher also got tagged in the melee too. AVG. Was that an attempt to type MTJ? Because MTJ wasn't the one on the wall. Oh, SVG was also in the wall. Okay, there we go. That's what it was. Well, SVG wasn't the one that the caution came out for because, yeah. Oh, it wasn't the 12's fault at all. It was the 17 of Busher initiated it. Looked like a tire maybe went down on the either got loose or a tire went down on the 17 car, and then he just came up, taking the 12 out. 12 hits the fence, ricochets back down, and takes out or at least deals damage to the 19. To wait and see if it's if any actual lasting damage is done, and if it's gonna be a day ender for MTJ. But all of these things are gonna minimize the damage to Kyle Larson, and that's why I didn't think this kind of thing, a bad day here, was gonna be a day ender for Kyle Larson, just because of how many drivers are in this round and only 4 of them have to be bad enough for him to get by. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Yeah, so that was chaos. Alright. I'm going to try hopping out and hopping back into the stream because for whatever reason, earlier Alright, let's see. Because, yeah, earlier it was really well caught up to the thing where I wouldn't have seen the caution until a few minutes before a few moments before the caution actually happened. Alright, come on. Right, well, we're resetting the TV, it looks like. So, who do we all think is going to win the race? Do we think it's going to be Ty Gibbs? Do we think Bubba Wallace? Do we think maybe Kyle Busch gets in here and takes it? I would love to see a Kyle Busch win at this point in the season. It's been too long. Kyle Busch definitely needs to go to victory lane. If he comes up second for a 3rd week in a row, that will be insane. Alright, let's see. Alright, so this is the pit stop from earlier that they're showing. I thought this was more live pit stops. But no, they look too similar. Alright, come on, stop buffering. Come on. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and see. Alright, there we go. Now I can move these as one entity. No, let's go ahead and do the same here with my leaderboard. That way, if I need to resize something, I can do it a lot easier. Starting to actually get the hang of this whole thing. There we go. And let's see. Alright, don't need that on there. Alright. Alright, so yeah, there we go. We got everything all set. And yeah. There we go. And we are gonna be getting ready here. So, this race has actually been a very good pace to this race. We've got about 50 laps to go. So, it's 5:30 now. We got about an hour left on the projected race finishing time based on the TV window that they have. Alright, there we go. Not while we're at commercial break. Gonna go ahead and take a quick peek over at the NFL. Alright, let's go ahead and refresh the NFL stuff and see. Alright, well, Broncos have scored a touchdown. Chargers haven't. Please tell me that touchdown was not to Cortland Sutton. Okay, no, Cortland Sutton still hasn't caught a whole lot of yards. And Bo Nix is still looking like a rookie. And McConkey still the leading ball catcher the second leading ball catcher for the Chargers. So yeah, there we go. Deshaun Watson's looking terrible. 6 for 12. He's got a 50-50 completion rate. Alright, well, and we are back from the commercial break on the race. And, yeah, quick reminder in case you guys weren't here yesterday, or 2 nights ago, if you guys weren't here 2 nights ago, we are going to be, after this race concludes, we are going to be coming back on for the stream for the LA Rams versus Detroit Lions game here on Sunday Night Football. Should be about an 8 p.m. start time, so my guess is that there will be about a 30-minute to an hour off in between, so yep. That should be a pretty good one, though. Let's see. Trying to fix up that number 12 car for Ryan Blaney. Trying to best his his prior Talladega finish cars in terms of the amount of damage and wow, you really shouldn't have won. So here we go. And we are going to be going green, it looks like. Alright, well, the field is in the field is in 1 and 2, and we are, or in 3 and 4, and we are going to be getting ready to see this one go green. Martin Truex Jr. just coming off pit road. That is going to be a pace car is trying to chase Martin Truex Jr. down pit road. Green flags out. We are back to racing. Kyle Busch on the inside. Not even sure who that is on the outside. Is that William Byron? William Byron is on the outside. And yeah, right now, Kyle Busch and Chastain, I think both have the same idea. Let's just make sure that a non-playoff driver wins this race just to embarrass the winning your in format more, which, granted, I think is a fun idea there. But Kyle Busch moves up to try and block the momentum up top, and Chastain carries the momentum on the bottom and just goes right up beside him. Not able to actually hold on, though, because that top line momentum does ultimately prevail there. And here we go. Let's see. Alright, so right now, Kyle Busch is out in the lead. We got Cindric popping out of line to try and make it 3 wide. You got Logano, Elliott, or you got, not Elliott, you got Logano, McDowell, and Suarez making it 3 wide a little further back. And now Cindric's trying to get a piece of that 3 wide action as well. Alright, so yeah, 47 laps to go. And again, Kyle Busch hanging onto that lead on the bottom here. He's in a position he can work both lanes. And we're just kind of waiting to see where he's going to end up working from this time. Alright, let's see. What do we got? So, Watkins Glen next Sunday. Alright, let's see. 46 laps to go. And again, right now we're just kind of stuck in this whole gridlock situation that we've been in for the last couple of times. I mean, we've done these restarts and just get stuck in, again, complete deadlock here where nobody can really move forward or backwards. Alright, so let's see. Right now, Byron to the top line here. Byron wants to try and take that spot from Kyle Busch. Byron's not going to be able to, though, it looks like, because the bottom lane is prevailing. There we go, let's see. Keselowski only 1 or 2 points over the cut line here. So here we go, let's see. So right now, Kyle Busch, 40 laps to go. Kyle Busch is leading here. You have both front row motorsports cars making their way towards the front of the field. The only problem there with both front row motorsports cars moving towards the front is that one's in the inside lane, one's in the outside lane, so they can't both theoretically get to the front super easily. And there's not really a whole lot of speed to the point where there's going to be a ton of gaps in someone's spot. Oh, actually, no, there's actually room for McDowell to move up. Suarez was kind of letting off the back bumper of Todd. Alright, so we got 3 Hendrick Motorsports cars up here inside the top 5. Bowman, though, unfortunately not pushing on the back bumper of his 2 teammates. His teammates are just to his outside. I mean, he and Todd Gilliland would love to trade places right about now, but alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. let's see. What do we got? 38 laps to go here. Making our way through. This is actually not going too bad. I mean, this is certainly not the greatest race of all time. Here comes a big push from Ty Gibbs into the back bumper of Chase to the back bumper of Byron. And Byron goes up alongside Kyle Busch there for a moment. Could he potentially try and challenge Kyle Busch for the lead? Kyle's had pretty much uncontested lead most of the most of this run, but now Byron is up there contending for it. And here comes MTJ back down pit road. So whatever fixes he tried to make are not enough to fix whatever happened. Alright, so yeah, here we go. Let's see again. Kyle Busch trying to hang on to this spot. Because if he can win, I think that just erases almost every bad thing from this season. And he continues his win streak that he has been on literally since 2005. He has never had a winless season. And as of right now, he is in jeopardy of potentially having the first one. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. 35 to go. Come on. Let's see. Someone make some kind of move here. Can you even make a move with how tightly packed you are? Alright, well, right now, again, Logano giving a push here on the back bumper to the number 38 Mystic car. Alright, here we go. There's a third lane forming. Third lane alert. We have got our first sign of a third lane on the day here. Ty Gibbs, Daniel Suarez starting to form their own lane here, and it's actually legit, it looks like. So yeah, I mean, Mike McDowell moved up to the top line to try and get in line to try and work with Todd Gilliland. Then Gilliland moved back to the bottom side. So yeah, I don't know if. Alright, so here we go. 32 laps to go, and again, they're just battling it out, and they go to full screen commercial break. Okay. Well, we go to a full screen commercial break and we get 30 laps to go. Exactly 30 to go. Alright, the Cowboys are starting to crush it in their game, just like they did last year in their week 1 game. Not a shutout. But, yep. So, man, that Broncos game is not very good. Honestly, none of these 4 o'clock games are very good. I thought for sure maybe the Chargers game would be better. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And we got the visibility back. So we got 30 laps to go, and we can actually see the track again. So Kyle Busch still out in front of the field. William Byron into second. Third. Oh, William Byron making a run here. William Byron's got a big run coming. Alright, now the real question is, what does he do with a big run like this? Come on, let's see. What's he going to do with this big run? He's making it his way up towards Kyle Busch. The big push. And is it going to be enough for potentially for one to clear the other? Let's see. What's it going to be here? So there we go. It's going to be to the back bumper of Byron. He's almost clear of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch back on the inside without a whole lot of help here from drivers like Ross Chastain, and trying to think of who the other guys are there. Alex Bowman, and not even sure who the other one is. Maybe Elliott. But yeah, now Ty Gibbs is has the 24 dropped down in front of Kyle Busch to try and block both lanes. And now Ty Gibbs is taking the lead, and that mires Kyle Busch back in traffic. Still right there, but every little bit counts. And now Ty Gibbs is in control of the front of the pack and in control more specifically of Kyle Busch in his car. Who I thought Kyle Busch was potentially a car that could go out there and win the race and lock themselves into the next round no matter what. Alright, 25 laps to go at the line this time. 25 to go and not even... Okay, Kyle Busch merged back into the outside line here. So Kyle Busch has found himself a spot in the outside lane. He's going to try and run there and hope that he can maybe find someone to stab in the back later. Oh no, he popped down to the inside. He popped back down to the inside. He's going to try and make it work, it looks like. Alright, so yeah, right now, Ty Gibbs versus Kyle Busch. This is actually a pretty good battle. Battle between the guy who stole the ride and the guy who had his ride stolen there. Alright, so 24 laps to go. What can Ty Gibbs do here to try and keep Kyle Busch off his rear end? Because again, you know, if Kyle Busch keeps getting chances, eventually he's going to just try and go for the wreck. Alright, let's see again right now. We're just kind of waiting this one out. But, yeah. Ryan Blaney just went up and passed Michael McDowell with all that damage. Wow. Alright, come on. Nice big push from Byron into the back bumper of Kyle Busch. And, yeah, and Ty Gibbs, block it. Yeah, and Ty Gibbs came down to try and block the run that the 8 had there. Come on. Alright, let's see. What's it going to be here? Again, most of these drivers, Ty Gibbs with the fresher fuel tank than everybody else. So 21 laps to go on fuel. A lot of these guys have been out here for 60 laps already. Can they make it? Can they make it 80? Because that's all they really need to make is like 80 plus like 2 or 3. Alright, so yeah, here we go. 20 laps to go. Ty Gibbs blocking both lanes. He's got Daniel Suarez in Mexico up top. You've got the Alright, let's see again. Right now, we're just kind of working our way through this one. 20 laps to go. Ty Gibbs hanging on to the lead, and Kyle Busch is hanging on to second right now. Alright, so yeah, we're just working our way through this one. And it is a long way ahead of us. I will say the good thing with the NFL is that it's short, segmented plays when it comes to commentary versus trying to commentate a full, like, 4 hour race or 3.5 hour race where there really isn't a whole lot of downtime to fill. Alright, here we go. Kyle Busch. Alright, the big thing Kyle Busch I think needs is he needs to get clear of Daniel Suarez before running out of time to move up the track to avoid getting blocked by Kyle Busch. Or not by Kyle Busch, to avoid getting blocked by Joe Gibbs. Or Ty Gibbs. The Joe Gibbs car. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Side by side again, just as I've said a couple of times now, complete gridlock here between Kyle Busch and the cars to the outside. Alright, let's see. The 12 car Blaney's still doing pretty good here. Let's see. And Michael McDowell looking to the inside. Gonna try and just push people if he can. Alright, come on. 14 laps to go, and Ty Gibbs is just keeping this thing very much locked down. There's not a whole lot of movement going on here. Alright, there we go. Gonna go ahead and start working on getting the stream set up for the football game. Here we go. 13 laps to go here. Ty Gibbs. Oh, here we go. Suarez actually going to get alongside Ty Gibbs. Going to be able to actually contend for the lead here. Suarez going to try and take this one. Not going to be able to. Side draft him. Come on. Come on, Suarez. You've got a shot here. And, oh, here we go. Joe Logano. Big run. Big push to the back bumper of Suarez. Once again, though, neither one able to clear the other here between Ty Gibbs and Daniel Suarez. Now, we do know it is possible to get a 3-wide finish. Do we see another 3-wide finish here today? Alright, let's see. And there we go. Oh, and we got a caution flag. Caution's out as they finally find a way to get around there. And is that one of the Geico restart zone signs? Caution out for debris. Oh, no, it's a Walmart sign. I'll take it. I can go, I can find a Walmart to go put that back up in. In fact, I work at one. But yeah, no, legitimately, a Walmart sign just blew down, and yep, that's a big piece of debris. Now, the question is, Suarez was the leader at the time of caution, or not at the time of caution, but at the scoring loop. Suarez led it at the line the last time by. Now the question is, Ty Gibbs has so much fresher fuel, with only 10 laps to go. I don't think you pit here. If you're Suarez, if you're Kyle Busch, I think where I start to talk about maybe pitting would be if I'm someone like an Elliott, a Reddick, someone who's had a very good season and doesn't want to throw it away on a potential running out of fuel gamble here. Maybe even someone like a Michael McDowell, who's so far back at this point that racing their way back up into the top 5 or even a win in the final 3 laps of the race just isn't feasible. So there we go. Suarez, Suarez and Kyle Busch, 2 of the 3 players from the photo finish in the spring, end up coming back to this one. And we've got actually, Ryan Blaney's not too far off. We could completely recreate the picture if we go ahead and have this one a little bit different here. Closest margin of victory in Cup history. You've got 2 races from 2024 on the list, and then nothing else from this decade, or nothing else from going back almost 10 years. I think the next earliest one, or the next latest one, was like 2011 was the last time we had a really close finish like that, even though there's been close finishes. But yeah, the fact that Kansas actually set the record for the new closest finish in NASCAR history, though, is just insane. Alright, let's see. And here we go. Yep, coming down pit road, it's going to be, it looks like Brad Keselowski's the first one to bite on pit road. So, Brad Keselowski, the first driver to decide that, hey, I'm going to bite on going down pit road. Let me go ahead and just double check, make sure I get this spelling right for LA. Because I don't really care enough about Los Angeles to actually memorize the spelling. Okay, yeah, I got it right. I am fairly impressed. Now, Detroit is a lot easier. DT. Alright, there we go. So 8 laps to go here. We're closing in on the end of this one. They're talking with Ty Gibbs' crew chief here. That's going to be a big one here. There we go. Oh, they're just taking down the sign. Okay, they're just going to take down the other sign before it comes down, too. Hey, you know what? That's NASCAR thinking ahead. Good job, NASCAR. Oh, man, that was loud. I apologize to anyone. I could not edit that out, and I didn't have the ability to reach over and mute my mic. Boom. Come on. So, we got 7 laps to go. Suarez is your race leader. Blaney's second in points. And as of right now, Briscoe and Truex are the 2 guys really on the outs looking in. Let's see, where's Kyle Larson at? Larson's 11th on the cut line. So if he has a wreck or a bad finish at Watkins Glen next week, we could be talking about Kyle Larson possibly getting eliminated here. Certainly not wishing it on him, but we could very well be looking at that as a reality here sooner rather than later. Alright, there we go. And again, I will be right over with you guys here for the restart before we know it. Just don't want to forget to get the game fully ready. So there we go. Here we go. Choose cone. Gibbs and Busch to the bottom. Oh, come on. The Wi-Fi signal or whatever has been trash today. And it's not even bad weather or anything either. Alright, come on. Alright, so I didn't get a chance to see it, but Ty Gibbs, Suarez, Kyle Busch, Logano, and Byron are the top 5. So I was right about, no, McDowell stayed out. Okay, I was wrong about McDowell. It's a little disappointing. I kind of like to be right about McDowell, even if it means I'm wrong on everybody else. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. Green flag's out. We are back to racing, and here we go. Ty Gibbs gonna try and see. Oh, Ty Gibbs barely hangs on that inside line, but oh, they're talking about Suarez maybe even going too early. This restart might be under review. We'll have to wait and see. I was not paying attention until I saw the cars start to go for it. But here we go. And oh, come on! All these streaming services are just not working tonight. So, alright, here we go. Ty Gibbs on the outside, Suarez on the inside, Kyle Busch currently the driver in third. Kyle Busch to the bottom, looking 3 wide here. 3 wide as they go. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go here. And Ty Gibbs to the lead. Ty Gibbs takes the lead. He has a shot to go ahead and win his first NASCAR Cup Series race here. You got a ton of momentum on the top side from Joey Logano. Logano, Suarez to the top, and now here we go. Yep, now we're back to 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide for the lead. Could we see a 4 wide finish here as we go 3 laps to go? 3 laps to go, and Ty Gibbs is now starting to look like the unlikely driver to win this one, as Suarez and Logano have both leaped past him. Now, come on, Kyle Busch is so far back, it's going to be hard for him to win this one. Ryan Blaney may be in position to avenge his loss in the spring. But as of right now, Logano and Suarez beating doors side by side. 2 laps to go here. 2 more times around. And what is it going to be? Is it going to be Suarez? Is it going to be Logano? Are they even going to make it back to the white flag here to confirm the race finish? Here we go. Christopher Bell to the bottom. Caution flag flies. And it's Noah Gragson that goes around. I saw the Overstock car and I was trying to go through the list of drivers. And the caution flag flies. So the caution flag is out. And yeah, we are in a situation where we are now, we're going into overtime here. Alright, let's see. Alright, so yeah. No idea what okay, here we go. Yep, the two. Alright, I did not get a chance to see what happened there, but. Oh, man, that's another big hit. Everybody's taking some big hits today. Alright, well, here we go. Alright, so here we go. Going into overtime. Now the question is, who has the gas here? Blaney, Bell, Bubba Wallace, and Ty Gibbs are the drivers with the fuel to make it. Now, Logano, Suarez, and the rest might be able to make it on fuel, but they are in a much worse fuel position than the rest. I think at this point, I think the ultimately the right call. I think I said it earlier. If I wasn't one of those guys in position to win the race, yeah, and I wasn't in a position where I desperately needed every point, I think I do what Todd Gilliland did, and I come to pit road and I basically try and ride it out for overtime. Worst case scenario, if you were gonna finish at the back half of the top 10, maybe even outside the top 10. Yeah, and best case scenario, you end up with overtime, and you have a shot to maybe win the race here. And we'll have to wait and see, because some of these drivers might try and stay out here and try and chance it. Alright, so there we go. So again, we're going to overtime. I want to see who and what they decide to do fuel strategy-wise here, because that is going to be an interesting call as to what they end up doing here. Alright, and here we go. Michael McDowell, part of the group coming down pit road, and not actually seeing very many drivers coming down pit road, so we may be in a position where we got a fuel gamble going on. The question is, who can make it? Logano, Suarez are both going to try and make it. Those two need to lock down that front row. You cannot let a driver with fresh fuel start that close to you. Go. Let's see, what's it gonna be here? Alright, I believe we're about to see the lights go off on the pace car. Let's see. What is it gonna be here? Kyle Busch from 10th. I don't know what his plan is here. He's on the verge of running out of fuel, same as everybody else, and he opted to stay out. I would have come to pit road and basically just been like, okay, we lost this game. We lost the race on the strategy we were on. Let's pivot, pit, get some fresh rubber, and hope that maybe an extra overtime or two and we can get ourselves back into contention here. The same way he did at Darlington last week. Now, obviously, this track races a lot differently than Darlington. This track wears out tires differently than Darlington, but it probably is about the same concept, though, I think. Alright, so here we go. Alright, they are going to be doubled up and ready to go racing here. That Geico restart zone, it's a wide restart zone. They got a long time to try and make a decision here. Now, the question is, can Harrison Burton, if Burton or Cindric can get up there and finish inside the top 10, that'd be a big win for them to go ahead and get that kind of win. And here we go. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of Suarez and Logano. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are back to racing in overtime. Suarez and Logano both are running on fumes here as we go 2 laps to go here. And we go firing off into the Atlanta sun here. We got drivers trying to make passes here. Stenhouse shuffles Ty Gibbs out of line here. Ty Gibbs, one of the drivers who had a little bit more gas on board than the rest. And now here we go. Logano, Suarez. Who will win? Both these drivers are in the playoffs. If Suarez wins this one, he will have swept Atlanta and he will be locked into the next round of the playoffs. A lot of people didn't think he could even advance here, and now he might be in position to auto-lock himself in. Logano, he's out in front here. You've got Blaney hanging out in the wings here, ready to jump on it. White flag has already been... Oh, and the one car of Ross Chastain goes straight into the fence. That might just be a caution flag here. Yes, that is going to be a caution flag. Bubba Wallace out into the chaos behind. Joey Logano wins and advances himself to the next round of the playoffs. Ryan Blaney second, Daniel Suarez third, fourth Christopher Bell, fifth Alex Bowman, and man, what chaos behind. Yeah, Harrison Burton, Denny Hamlin, multiple other drivers, absolutely destroyed in that one. And that is disaster there for the for these guys. Bubba Wallace, I mean, Bubba wasn't a playoff driver. He had a really good run today, but ultimately he wasn't in the playoffs, so it didn't kill his day necessarily comparatively. But Joey Logano wins the race. And there we go. Let's see. Just kind of looking down through the top 10, trying to see if see where some of these guys finished. And there's a different Penske car trying to do burnouts in front of the crowd here. Harrison Burton in the destroyed number 21 car, still trying to limp to the checkered flag, trying to confirm that finishing position. I saw the one car go into the fence, scrape the fence, and I thought that might have been it. And then no, on the back, Stenhouse on the back bumper of Bubba Wallace, and just had nowhere else to go here. So yeah, so here we go. Stenhouse was just on the back bumper of Bubba. Nowhere for Stenhouse to go there. As Bubba Wallace and the one car made contact, there was just no room for really anything else. And just other drivers just crashed trying to avoid. Let's see, the 15, the 38 gets taken out in it. The 71 gets forced through the grass. And that was a absolute mess. So there we go. That is going to be that's going to be a win for Joey Logano. Logano is locked into the next round of the playoffs. He does not have to worry at Watkins Glen, which is one of his worst racetracks, and Bristol. And he can put all of his energy now into Kansas, Talladega, and the Roval, the next 3 races, to try and go towards that round of 8. And this win brings him one step closer to that potential 3rd championship, and really putting himself in a conversation where very few other drivers have put themselves. 3 championships is kind of that break point. Once you get to 3, you're in an elite tier. Obviously, it takes a lot of work to get a championship, and a lot of drivers don't ever get one. But when you're talking about like the greatest of the greatest, getting those 3 championships is kind of that break point to enter into that, say, top 15, top 20 conversation. And then if you get that 4th championship, I believe that puts you in company with only Jeff Gordon and the big 3, the 3 7-time champions. I think those are the only guys who have actually gotten 4 titles, if I'm not mistaken. I think those are the only NASCAR drivers to have actually achieved that. Oh, something shifted on my screen to the point where the points are not really there, but we're going to just go ahead and hide away the points for now. And we're going to go ahead and, if you guys just came for the race reaction, I thank you guys for sticking around. Again, as per usual, we will be going down through the full finishing order, so if you guys want to stick around for that, we'll also be talking about the points when they have officially tallied where everybody finished. But, if you guys did just join in for that, quick reminder, I will be live again in about an hour and a half for the Detroit Lions versus Rams game, so we will be here, and, let's see. Alright, so let's go ahead and go down through the list. Alright, come on. Refresh, there we go. Alright, so Joey Logano first. We already talked about him. Ryan Blaney second. Great finish there for Blaney. 3rd place, Daniel Suarez. Put up a great fight. That's going to be a great boost of points here. That plus his finishing at the at Watkins Glen very much puts him in the conversation to advance. Christopher Bell, 4th place. Good finish there for him. Alex Bowman, 5th. 6th will be Tyler Reddick. 7th, the first driver not in the playoffs. It's Kyle Busch coming home with another top 10, continuing his streak of top 10 finishes ever since the Richmond race. Then you got Chase Elliott in 8th. 9th place with William Byron, and rounding out your top 10 was Austin Cindric. Daniel Hemrick coming home 11th. 12th is Justin Haley. 13th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 14th, Ross Chastain, and rounding out the top 15 is Corey LaJoie. Carson Hocevar in the other Spire Motorsports car comes home 16th. 17th will be Ryan Preece. 18th will be Ty Gibbs. 19th, Brad Keselowski. And rounding out the top 20 is Austin Dillon. J.J. Yaley in the NY Racing car comes home in the 21st position. McDowell comes home 22nd. 23rd for Zane Smith, the third Spire car there. Denny Hamlin comes home in the 24th position. BJ McLeod comes home 25th. 26th for Eric Jones. 27th, Todd Gilliland. 28th for Josh Berry. 29th, Bubba Wallace. And rounding out your top 30 is Cody Ware. And then we've got Harrison Burton in the 31st position after his wreck. And that is going to be your last lead lap finisher. Shane Van Gisbergen finishes 32nd, 2 laps behind the race. John Hunter Nemechek comes home 4 laps shy of the finish in 33rd spot. Noah Gragson comes home 34 laps behind the race, or not 34 laps behind the race. Comes home in 34th place, 8 laps behind the race. MTJ comes home 12 laps shy of the checkered flag in 35th. Chris Buescher comes home 61 laps shy of the checkered flag in 36th. And then Kyle Larson and Chase Briscoe both coming home 211 laps shy of the checkered flag. Kyle Larson in 37th and Chase Briscoe in 38th place. So that is going to be the full finishing order there for the Quaker State 400. Still waiting for official points. My guess is that the points aren't going to be official for a little while tonight just because of the stuff, and I got to get ready for the other stream. So, unfortunately, we are going to have to cut this. Alright, we're going to get a chance to see this replay one more time. I'm going to go ahead and just watch this. And they've got the caution light synced here. So, here we go. And the light doesn't go. Okay, the light goes on there. So even though Blaney actually wins at the line, it's actually Suarez that's going to be second. So Suarez gets a runner-up finish there. But yeah, NASCAR is going to have to go back and look at the positioning of all the drivers. Yep. But yeah, so those are all based on where they crossed the line. Not necessarily where they were at the time of caution. So that will be something. Oh, actually, there's the points. So Ty Gibbs and Brad Keselowski are tied for the cut line. Kyle Larson only a 15-point gap for Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin only a 2-point cushion. Harrison Burton only 15 points back. Now I think he needed to leave this round. I think he needed to leave this race with a plus about 15 points if he wanted to have a real shot at advancing, but. Hey, Harrison's a lot closer than I think anyone would have given him a few days ago. I think pretty much your top 8 there, your top 9 really, 22 points above the cut line, assuming you don't have a wreck at either of the 2 races, just finish these 2 races, you'll probably be okay. I think for sure your top 5, you can lock in the next 4, so Blaney down through... just based on the points that they earned. So, yep. But as I said, I got to go get the stuff ready for the next stream. So if you guys are interested in the NFL, I will be streaming the Detroit Lions versus LA Rams game in about an hour. So I will see you guys there. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye.